All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of Simple Guy Outdoors. I'm Spence. I'm going to be reviewing this 14-inch Estwing hatchet. The other day I was at my parents' house and I found this little beauty just lying around. It was a pretty sweet experience because it took me back to simpler times. Times when I'd go to school and come home and just shoot my BB gun or chop wood with this thing, and those were some good times. I got this when I was in 6th grade. Picked it out at Home Depot with my dad. And kind of what inspired me to get into hatchets was this book called Where the Red Fern Grows. I actually read it when I was in 3rd grade. And looking back, it's kind of a weird story. And it's kind of sad. It's about this kid who hunts raccoons with red-bone hounds, and he would tree the raccoons and then chop down the tree, and the red-bone hounds would then attack the raccoon and kill it, which is, kind of weird. But it got me into axes, which is sweet. Getting the specs of this thing, weighs 1.8 pounds. It's got a 3 1/4 inch blade, 13.5 inch overall length, full tang construction, made in the USA. As you can see here, it's got a skinny little profile. Probably my favorite thing about this hatchet was this little leather sheath. Now they come with a nylon one, which is kind of a shame. But when I was a kid, I'd wear like basketball shorts and then use a church belt just so I could tote this thing around, which was super goofy, but kind of awesome at the same time. And just talking about chopping here, it cuts pretty good. It's probably better than, some other random Home Depot hatchet, just because it has a very thin blade and it comes actually pretty sharp. If you use a hatchet that's well sharpened, it's got a wood handle, it's going to cut better because it has more weight in the head. This thing has a lot of its weight distributed in the handle, so it doesn't have as much power. As far as splitting wood, it works pretty well. I think, it's kind of the same deal as chopping. Because it has a lighter head and a little bit narrower wedge, it doesn't work quite as well. But for like casual campers and people just wanting to split wood by the fire, it's absolutely adequate. It's not like a crazy bushcraft axe either. It doesn't carve super well because it has a really steep grind on it, so it bites really deep into the wood. It also has kind of soft steel, so it's hard to get a really sharp edge on it, and it doesn't really hold that edge very well. I'll show you here in the video. Just when you're carving with it too, like trying to make little shavings, the handle, that little metal part on the handle just digs into your hand, and it's really uncomfortable. Best thing to do is just stick it in a stump and drag the wood across the blade. And to be honest, that's pretty much all there is to be said about this thing. It's a little indestructible hatchet. Costs $40 or $50. It's made in America. It looks cool. You could definitely use it till the day you die, and you probably wouldn't even have to take great care of it. And it's just, I don't know. To me, it's just nice. It's just a nice little memory. It just took me back. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel inclined to do so. If not, I won't take it personally. And yeah, have a great day.